All right, Ryan.
What's up?
Meghan.
Hi.
All right. Question. Why are you
Zooming effect.
So, all right. So the reader question was, how do you make friends when you travel? Let's start with Meghan.
Well, you start talking to people. I traveled when I was in my 20s, so I was staying at a lot of hostels, and in hostels, people are pretty open. Sometimes people are traveling by themselves and they're looking for friends, but, you know, if not, the internet's out there. You can find meetup groups and stuff like that. Meetups are like worldwide organization. Join tour groups, talk to people on tour groups. You just have to talk to people.
What if you don't like talking to people?
Well, then it's going to be hard to make friends.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going to second what she said about hostels. Something a lot of people don't know that I didn't know is that there's pretty much hostels in every major U.S. city as well. People think they're just like a European thing. But there's hostels all over the States. Even if you're just traveling in the States, try to find a hostel to stay at. You're going to meet a lot of cool people. Half of them are going to be Australian. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's a really just social environment to be in. In addition, just try to talk to people wherever you go. I used to live in San Diego, and pretty much every good friend that I met there was a barista. And this is because I would go to coffee shops pretty often and end up talking with them. But strike up conversations, and that's pretty much it.
Where did you travel internationally?
I went to Rome.
Oh, did you study there, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I studied abroad for a summer.
And did you meet a lot of people there?
I was really awkward then.
Oh,
So-
then just.
Oh my god. So significantly more awkward then. And so I didn't meet as many people as I should have because I was too shy. But looking back, it would have been a much better experience if I'd done or made more of an effort to do that.
What was that, like junior year?
Yes.
College?
Yeah, my summer, I think, after junior year.
Was it expensive?
Very.
Like, did you have to pay like student loans, or like was it part of your tuition?
I had mom and dad pay for it. And hashtag bless. Yeah, I don't remember. It was separate from tuition, I think, or it might have just been, I don't know what a typical summer tuition costs, but it also had to factor in room and board abroad, round trip plane tickets. So all in all, it was about a 7-week trip, maybe 6 weeks, but it cost about $6,500, I would say.
And you got college credit for it.
Oh yeah. It was a UT program, so.
Megan,
I studied abroad in Ireland, and
aren't you Irish?
Yes.
Yeah.
And mine was a regular semester. I studied the second semester of college. I studied abroad, and I think it was just my tuition at my school, which was a lot more expensive than a semester at Irish college. Well, for the Irish students, it's free, but
Where'd you go to school?
University College Cork.
No, I mean in the U.S.
Oh, Boston College.
Boston.
Yeah, but in my room and board was included in the tuition. But I think my parents just paid regular tuition, and then my school paid the Irish school. So, and then I put a lot of stuff on credit cards. My parents gave me like a food allowance, and so I used that. And then all my traveling and all that stuff while I was there, I just put on credit cards and paid off working after the fact.
All right, last question. How many black people did you see in Ireland?
Actually, at the time, there was a refugee crisis, so there were more than I expected to see. It was a while ago, so I can't give you a number. But
Saying black people are refugees.
in Ireland's a very homogenous country.
Yeah.
A very homogenous country. So.
Italy, it was pretty similar.
Where in Italy were you?
Rome.
Rome, just Rome?
Well, we traveled around to like Sorrento, Capri, Venice, Cinque Terre, a bunch of places. But we didn't hit Florence or Milan. Those are two of the big areas we didn't go to, but a lot of other areas nearby. And yeah, there's not really any black people there. I can barely think of any. I can't remember any, honestly, at all.
But you know some UT students who are black who studied abroad.
Yes.
Like who?
Jay.
Jay's in, where's he at right now?
He's in Austin.
But he went to Korea. He lived in Korea and Japan.
He
right?
lived in Korea, Japan, and I think China at one point. No, Taiwan. It was Taiwan.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all right, thanks, guys.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm here to answer a question. I'm in Austin. I'm still here for another 2 or 3 days. 3 days actually. I'm out of here Wednesday, heading to New York City, and I wanted to answer Michael Mooley's question. So Michael's question was basically about how do you meet people when you travel. And for me, it's a little easier because I'm loud and I'm always the center of attention pretty much. But for somebody who's more reserved and introverted, it could be difficult. So I would recommend not only staying in hostels and interacting with people there, but start reaching out to people digitally. There was a website called Interpals that I used to use maybe 5-6 years ago, where I interacted with people in countries that I knew I was going to go to get a little more language training and information. Facebook groups, meetup groups, and couch surfing. I think couch surfing is probably the best because not only can you couch surf, you can also go to couch surfing events. Like there's one here in Austin for international travelers. Everybody meets up once every 2 weeks and just interacts from around the world. So meeting people when you travel is probably easier than if you were at home. Another tip is pick whatever your 3 things are that you're passionate about. For me, it's photography, it's jiu-jitsu, and it's travel. So if you look at Berlin, for example, and you look for groups or events that are catered to jiu-jitsu or travel or photography, then you can meet people at those events who not only do they know the local customs about photography or food or crocheting or whatever you want to do, but they can also help you out with a little more information about that city. And they also already have mutual interests, so it makes it a lot more easier. It makes it a lot easier to just meet people. So yeah, so those are a few tips I have to meet new people. Thanks, Michael Mooley, for asking the question, and make sure you guys keep asking me questions, share, and comment.